Hi, I'm the PC expert amateur. Don't forget that. And we're going to look at an AeroCool fan now. AeroCool's been around for quite a while, and they've had some good fans. And this is the 12 centimeter light wave 3-mode wave LED fan EN 55284. I'm not going to put it back in the box so you can see it inside there. It's hard to get it out of the box. This is designed to keep the fan in the box. Either that or just to slow down shoplifters so much that they can't actually get it out without taking the whole package. And then, tripping over their skirt or their 10-foot long scarf or something, I have to say that this is still available online. However, the vendors who are selling this are price gouging. It is not worth, what was it that I saw? Something like $25 for one of these. It's just insane. This is a fan that you should pay less than $10 for. It really is just stupidly expensive. And there's no justification for it. I want to show you the lighting, because the lighting is a little bit unique. It has something you don't see much anymore. You have a toggle button to switch the light mode, so to speak. No cabling, and it's a 3-pin, but also it has a 2-pin Molex D, so you can use either of them, or you can daisy chain. The idea would be to put this on the case itself and have this sticking out of the case. You can just push the button so you can change the LED mode. That'd be a lot easier than opening up the case. That said, however, this has enough static pressure that you could use it on some air coolers. Not, however, for a radiator. So let's take a look at the colors. Well, color, blue specifically. It is a clear frame with a translucent blades with some texturing on them, but none on the frame. All right. So that's one mode. It's kind of hard. What I'm seeing is okay. What you see is different depending on which side you're on. So on this side, you're getting that. And you don't really see it on this side. It's more diffuse on this side. Although for me, I see lines going here, 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 and here. But the fan is scattering it to produce that effect there. Let me turn that away. Maybe that'll make a little bit of a difference. Oh, and by the way, these are not firmly seated, so it is possible sometimes to mess up the orientation of the LEDs. That's 3 modes. Now, I've actually, when I was experimenting with it earlier, I could actually see other things going on, but I'm not. It's kind of happening now. They're fading in and out, so it's a little bit more complicated than what you just were. If you weren't paying attention, it's a little bit more complicated than 3 modes. But you have to be patient and watch. Is this an amazing fan? No. Does it do the job? Yeah. It is adequate for the task of taking care of keeping something from overheating. But is it amazing? Nah, it's not amazing. mean, not to me, anyways. To me, it's kind of just blah. I do think that a lot of people like this, and that's fine. You don't have to feel the same way about it that I do. I'm not saying that at all. If this excites you, well, then just keep in mind I'm not really interested in lights on fans because, especially with these fans where it's one cable like this for power for the fan and power for the lights, that means the fan is losing power because it has to share with the lights. And there's no way with this toggle switch to actually turn the lights off. So no matter what you do, you're losing potential performance due to these LEDs. This is the disadvantage of this kind of a non-PWM fan, or actually even a PWM fan. It doesn't really matter if it's 2, 3, or 4 wires that doesn't have a separate wire for the LEDs. You're losing power to those LEDs. And I think that was one of the big complaints back in the day. And even now, you can look at fans that are made with 2 cables, one for the fan, one for the lights, and still they won't be the same, like the Deepcool FC120 and the FK120. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that come on the AIOs. Those have different specifications. But if you look at the regular sold separately FC and FK120s, you'll see that the FK is stronger. And there's no reason for it, really. So, yeah, let's go ahead and listen to this. There's a bit of a whine there. Low tone and some harmonics going on. There it is again. Okay, so not too terribly loud. I would say it might be louder than the Noctua in FA12 by 25. But let's take it. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. That actually hurt. Holy crap, that dug a hole in my finger. Dug 2 holes in my finger. I didn't even know it was going that fast. Ow. Man, that's the first time I've had a fan take a bite out of me. Alright, well, what's done is done. Noctua is certainly competing with it for noise. I would say the Noctua is a little bit quieter. Yeah, it's quieter. Yeah, with some of these fans, you really are not in much danger, but with fans like this, they make these leading edge very rather pointy. This is not the worst one. I mean, I'm bleeding, but one of the ones that I reviewed earlier today had super pointy, and I'm glad I didn't get hit by one of those. I'm going to have to put a bandage on this one if it doesn't stop bleeding. Don't want to bleed all over you. Oh, wait. You're over there. You're safe. I don't want to bleed all over my fans and my computer and stuff. So, yeah. This one, again, is good on a case. If you don't mind not being able to control the LEDs without opening your case, then you could also use it on a heatsink, but not on a radiator. It's only got 1.1 millimeters water for the pressure. So, yeah, it's not bad, but not super amazing. except for cutting your finger open. That's amazing. Thanks, AeroCool. You're the first one. Granted, I don't always stick my finger in there and actually come in contact with blades, but it does happen, and this is the first time where it's happened where I've actually been hurt, and it's not even on the sharpest fans that I've already looked at with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bandage. So do me a favor while I go bandage myself, and I'll come back and do the data. But while I'm doing that, if you can please like and subscribe, and make sure to share. Make sure to sure. Please, I'm bleeding. Look, it's blood. Yeah, if you don't mind, it'd be really helpful if you could do that for me. Thanks. I'm going to put you on hold. Okay, I'm back. Took me a bit longer than I thought it would. Sorry about that. Hope you didn't sit around waiting for too long. Anyways, the AeroCool Lightwave 12 centimeter fan EN55284 has a clear frame and a translucent clear blades. You can't really even, I guess you could call them white, but they're only white because of the texturing on the blades. They're $18 when I got them, or when I got it, I should say, and they're now more than that. The last I saw on Amazon is $23, which is just, $18 is too much, and $23 is way too much. These fans are not worth it. Yes, there's a CE, ROHS, and 2 Chinese certifications. At least I think they're both Chinese. Since I don't read the languages that are written on them, I can't say for sure. It's made in China. It's a 120 by 25, 100,000 hours of life. No idea about any warranty though. 121 grams. Now, keep in mind the Noctua that we compared it to, it has 150,000 hours minimum and 6-year warranty, and it's a 200 gram fan. Now, there are 7 blades on this fan. I'm having a little problem. Versus the 9 on the Noctua, standard mounting hole distance, 1,800 RPMs versus 2,000 for the Noctua. The 10% variance for both, 35.7 CFM. That's really low. Versus Noctua, 102.1. And the static pressure is 1.1, which is less than half of the Noctua. So again, you could use this on a case, you could use it on some heat sinks, but it's not very good. Certainly not worth $23. The maximum noise level is 25, so yeah, it's kind of quiet. And as we saw, it's pretty close to the Noctua at 22.6, which I don't actually believe. 51 centimeter long cable that has a 2-pin Molex D attached to the 3-pin connector on it, and there's no sleeve, and it's a sleeve fan, sleeve bearing, I should say. 12 volts with a 3.6 watt draw, and that's versus 1.2 for the Noctua. Wow. And you don't even get a good bearing. You're paying $23 for a sleeve bearing when you can pay $31 for an SSO2 and get a far superior fan. It just makes no sense. The 0.3 amps versus 0.1 on the Noctua, and it's just, stupidness. So I've decided to color all of the ones that are yes with a blue, just to save you confusion. It has rotation and flow indicators. It's a clockwise rotating fan. 4 screws and rubber pins come with it. And it also has an LED mode switch, which I mentioned before. I added this column in just to make sure that I wouldn't forget to tell people about it. And that's all there is to tell you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.